All right, this one is interesting. The OnePlus 16 is still many months away from launching, but leaks are already giving us a very clear picture of what this phone might look like. And honestly, if these leaks are true, this phone could be a monster. Let's start with the chipset, because this is where things get really exciting. Earlier rumors said the OnePlus 16 would use the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 processor. That already sounded powerful. But now, a well-known tipster, digital chat station, is saying something even bigger. According to him, the phone might actually use a stronger version of the chip called the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 Pro. Yes, a Pro version of the chip. This processor is expected to use 2nm technology, which basically means it will be smaller, faster, and more power efficient than current chips. In simple terms, that means faster gaming, smoother multitasking, better AI features, and better battery efficiency. So imagine playing heavy games, editing videos, or running multiple apps, and the phone just handles everything without slowing down. Now, here's another interesting detail. The chip will reportedly be paired with LPDDR6 RAM. Right now, most flagship phones use LPDDR5X, so LPDDR6 would be the next generation of RAM, meaning faster speed and better power management. So the combination of a 2nm processor plus LPDDR6 RAM could make the OnePlus 16 one of the fastest phones we've ever seen. And here's the twist. Another leak says the upcoming Samsung Galaxy S27 Ultra could also use this same processor. So we might be looking at a big performance battle between Samsung and OnePlus next year. Now let's talk about the camera, because this part surprised me. The leak says the current engineering prototype of the OnePlus 16 includes a 200-megapixel periscope telephoto camera. Yes, 200-megapixel zoom camera. A periscope camera is the type that lets you zoom very far without losing too much quality. So if OnePlus actually ships the phone with this setup, it could mean much better long-distance photos, sharper zoom images, and possibly improved night zoom shots. And remember, OnePlus's cameras have been improving a lot in recent years, especially with their image tuning. So seeing a 200-megapixel periscope lens is pretty big deal. But wait, the hardware leaks get even crazier. The battery. According to the rumor, the OnePlus 16 might pack a 9,000 mAh battery. Yes, 9,000. To put that into perspective, most flagship phones today have around 5,000 mAh batteries. So if this leak is real, the OnePlus 16 could easily last 2 days or more for many users. Heavy gaming, video streaming, social media all day, the battery might just keep going. And the best part is that it's reported to support 120-watt fast charging. So even though the battery is huge, charging it should still be very fast. Another upgrade mentioned in the leak is the fingerprint scanner. The phone is expected to use an improved ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. Ultrasonic scanners are usually faster and more secure than optical ones. They also work better when your finger is slightly wet or dirty, so unlocking the phone could be quicker and more reliable. Now let's talk about the display, because OnePlus usually does a great job here. The OnePlus 16 is rumored to feature a BOE X5 OLED display with a 240 refresh rate. That number is crazy. Right now, most flagship phones use 120 Hz, and some gaming phones push up to 165 Hz. But 240 Hz would make animations, scrolling, and gaming look incredibly smooth. Imagine scrolling through apps or playing fast games, and everything just looks super fluid. Of course, we'll have to see how OnePlus manages battery usage with that refresh rate, because higher refresh rates usually use more power. But if the phone really has a 9,000 mAh battery, then maybe it won't be a problem. So let's quickly break down what these leaks are telling us. The OnePlus 16 could come with a Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 Pro 2nm processor, next-generation LPDDR6 RAM, a 200-megapixel periscope zoom camera, a massive 9,000 mAh battery, 120-watt fast charging, an improved ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, and a 240Hz BOE X5 OLED display. If even half of these leaks turn out to be true, this phone could be one of the most powerful Android phones of its generation. But remember, these are still early leaks. Right now, we're seeing information from engineering samples, and things can still change before the official launch. Still, it's starting to look like OnePlus is preparing something very serious for the next flagship cycle. And if Samsung really uses the same chip in the Galaxy S27 Ultra, then next year could give us one of the biggest Android flagship battles we've seen in a long time. So now the real question is, can OnePlus turn these crazy specs into a phone that actually delivers great performance, great camera quality, and real battery life? Because if they do, the OnePlus 16 might end up being one of the most exciting smartphones of the year.